More than 1,500 members of the Interfaith Grassroots New Jersey Regional Coalition turned up the heat on legislators at a rally in Atlantic City last night. The organization wants to know where elected officials stand on property tax reform, affordable housing, and funding education. Ken St. John reports.
The NJRC is calling on Governor Corzine and legislative leaders to act immediately on reforms that will lower property taxes, reduce public school dependency on property taxes, and put a ban on what they say is a loophole on affordable housing. The NJRC is opposed to a constitutional convention to solve the problem.
We believe that any plan must have two components. One, changes that reduce our dependence on local property taxes for schools. And two, changes that allow built-out towns to benefit from the growth of their region through regional tax-based sharing.
The organization believes they have commitments from the Corzine administration to deal with the issues.
They have endorsed in principle our proposal for school funding reform, and we have asked that they use money from the sales tax to begin to implement our proposal.
The coalition says while there has been discussions with the Corzine administration, it's time legislators answered to them directly.
Legislators and the representatives, we have three questions for you. First, will you enact fundamental property tax reform and school funding reform by the end of the next session? Two, will you dedicate the revenues from the increase in the sales tax to property tax reform? And three, will you work with us to explore regional tax-based sharing as a part of a permanent property tax reform?
One by one, legislators or their representatives were asked to address the group's issues.
And will you work with us to explore regional tax-based sharing as part of a permanent property tax reform?
Yes. Regional tax.
All right, okay. Will you work with us for property tax and school funding reform this session?
Yes.
All right.
Do you stand with us and oppose RCAs, and will you work with us for their elimination?
Yes.
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 For their part, many of the lawmakers and other representatives appeared uncomfortable with the format. Organizers limited them to yes and or no replies.
We need an opportunity to translate what we are saying to the population here, particularly immigrant population. No. But we also need to make sure that population understand the political process in Trenton. Not so much what I want, how do I get it?
Another thing that we can work together is figuring out how we could increase civic education and ESL education in New Jersey to ensure that all immigrants
leadership up there dictating to everybody, dictating to folk, and to some degree brainwashing.
Bob McDevitt, head of the Casino Workers Union, defended the format.
You're on one side of the issue or the other in terms of housing, education, and property taxes. You know, if it's easy to say, yeah, I'm working towards it, but, you know, these are fundamental issues for working people in the state. We really have to get them resolved.
Ken St. John, NJN News, Atlantic City.